3, 2, 1. Yes, right there. All right, so full crowded class. I'm going to divide you in small rooms, as we always do. And some people are going to be with me in here. Let's just see if you're, how many of you. Just a second. Do you have any questions, any of you? Any questions? No? I'm gonna send you the questions as well. So, oh my God. Just a second, just a second. And where is it? Okay. All right, so Lottie as well, you are going to be in the small rooms. I can't forget the questions. Oh my God, where are the questions? The questions are in here, in here. We have 8 questions, but in case you need more questions, you can create your own questions, okay, if that's the case. So we have 8 questions in here, and you can just follow them. Please be respectful, be kind. We are not here to judge or to correct anyone. We just want to talk, okay? So you're gonna learn a lot. I hope you enjoy. And if you have any questions or you need help or any kind of support, you have a ask for help button that you can just click. And we're gonna see each other back at 5:50 to talk about the meeting, okay? So, yes. See ya. Have fun. Enjoy. All right. So, as I always say, if you are here still listening, it means you are live on YouTube and you are here with me. I'm going to be the host for you right now. Okay. So, oh my God. Yeah, okay. Very good. Dalmo, Paula, Lucas, Daniela, and Fernanda. I'm gonna ask you to present yourself first. So Paula, if you want to change your presentation, that's the chance. I'm gonna start with Dalmo, please. Can you do that?
So hello, I'm Dalmo. I'm from Belo Horizonte. I'm 34 years old. I'm a doctor, and it's a pleasure be here with all of you.
Great. And what about Fernanda?
Hello, everyone. I'm Fernanda. I'm from a small city in Minas Gerais also. It's called Itapajipe. I'm a web developer, and I'm very glad to be here for the first time.
Great, welcome aboard. Daniela, and you?
Hi, everyone. So my name is Daniela. I live in Patinga, Minas Gerais. I'm a nutritionist, and it's been, I think, 3 months and a half that I'm here in TNT. I'm in the English meetings, and also I have started Spanish as well. And I love this meeting because it's good for practice and also to new different people. And that's it. Thank you.
Very good, very good. It's really good to know that you're joining the Spanish group as well. Great. Lucas, what about you?
Hi everyone, my name is Lucas. I'm from small city Senhor do Bonfim. I'm to be happy to be here today.
Really good, really good. And finally, Paula, do you want to add something?
No, actually, I just want to say that I started coming here in these meetings to improve my English, so I could maybe in the future have an opportunity outside the country.
Very good. Yeah, you're gonna see that English, it's not going to be your problem if you come often enough to practice, and you're gonna learn a lot. Like we don't bring material, but we have some videos sometimes, and we have the questions, and you can get the questions and answer on your own after, like writing or something. A lot of people do that, so be welcome.
Thank you.
I'm Philip, and I'm the host for today, and I love talking about risk, and that's my first question. Do you love risks, or do you hate? Do you avoid as much as you can? What do you do about risk? And I'm gonna just open your microphone and start answering.
Usually, I don't like risk. I made everything that's possible to don't take risk or should take the less risk that's possible.
Very good. Anyone else the same idea?
I think everything may be a risk. So I don't know. I think that kind of depends on the high level of risk or not. So I like being challenged and doing things that could be some risk.
Very good. Welcome, Thais. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Very good. Is it your first time?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So I'm gonna do the following. We are discussing about risks. I have just posted in the comments the questions, but I'm going to put you in another room, a smaller room, so you can chat with other people. Okay?
Okay.
But by the end, we're gonna talk back again. Okay?
Okay.
Enjoy and see you.
See ya. Thank you.
And who else? Paula, Daniela, Lucas, do you enjoy risks? You don't?
Yeah, actually, I don't like the risks that are connected to my frightenings, my frightenings, and but I like to take risks that usually seem to be some kind of new experience to me. So I could say that it's a midterm.
Very good answer. And Lucas, and you are a risk taker. You love risks. You don't.
I don't like taking risk. I am scared.
Very good. Very good. And Daniela?
Yeah, I consider myself not take risker a lot. I think depends of the situation, but most of the times I'm a little concerned, afraid to take risk.
Very good. Very good. So we are talking about if we like that or not, but what is risk? What do you understand by risk? What is a risk for you?
I think it's probability.
Probability of what exactly?
I think it's just we can say that's a probability of something gets in the right or wrong way. The risk is in both sides. Usually, we always think about the bad side of the risk. What can be wrong of with that action that you are taking.
Very good.
And I think adding to what Dalmo said, risk for me is like when you go outside your comfort zone and you don't know what's coming, what to expect. I think that's it, the bad risk.
Very good. Fernanda, do you have anything to add to this?
I think as Paula and Almo said, risk is something that could be could endanger us in a way, but it is a probability to endanger, not the act itself.
Very good. So I think risk is something you don't have an idea what's gonna come up next from that. And maybe it can go wrong or it can go right. Okay. So Daniela, Lucas, do you want to add something to this? Or
Yeah, I think everything that is new afraid us in somehow. So I think risk is about taking new attitudes or new I don't know, start new projects or new ideas.
very good. Lucas, do you agree?
Right.
Yes, very good. So I'm gonna change all the questions, okay? But we are talking about risks, and do you remember the last time you took a risk and does it like it could be right or wrong, or I don't know the result, but do you remember something that scared you and it was risky? And it can be anything, and if you want to share that or not, feel free for that. So Dalmo, you're the
I'm just thinking about what I was saying. Every time that I have something to do and it can be wrong, I usually think too much about it and try to do everything to know what might happen, and then I choose if I will follow that thing or no, or not. If the risk it's if the risk worth what I might get, then I go and do that thing or go in that process. But if I consider that there is it's not worth the things that I'll get by that risk, I usually stop and go in another way. I can't remember now any specific thing that I've done that I just can't remember. Maybe in some time I will remember
yeah,
and tell
you're gonna
you.
have more time to think about it. Yeah, answering the person who is the first one to answer, it's like it's challenging because you don't have too much time to think, but it's a good exercise because that's real life, you know. When you're in a meeting or an interview or you go out and you meet someone, you don't have, you know, much time to think because it's a real conversation, and that's what we are doing here. But yeah, congrats, Dom. You're doing great. And Paula, yeah, I know you have an answer already.
Yes. I think I can say that my last time I took a risk was when I came here. I attended this meeting in Thursday, and for me, I think everyone here is a risk taker because it's not like we expected something that we know to happen. But this is for me, and I think it was a great decision because I think I can practice a little better with people that are learning too.
Very good. Very good. Anyone else?
Me, something that I did this year that I thought was a risk was I drove from Santa Catarina to Minas Gerais alone. So I was very scared at first because it's not that I didn't trust my abilities to drive, but I don't know how the things on the road was going to be. So for me, it was a risk that I have to take. So in the end, everything went well. So now I'm happy that I did it. And that was it. That was my experience in taking that risk by driving more than 1,000 miles, no, kilometers alone. Yes,
How long did it take for you?
17 hours.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yes.
That's an exhausting trip, right?
Did you do it straight all the time?
Yeah, it's straight, like, yeah.
I stopped on the road to eat, to tell everyone, oh, I'm okay, I'm coming, everything is all right. But it was all me driving, and I woke up very early. I was very prepared, as Dalmo said. I tried to prepare myself as much as I could. So in the end, but it was also me alone in my car going to Minas Gerais, leaving in Santa Catarina. But everything went well. Happy.
Very good. Very good story you have, right? Really good one. We have a new guest, Henrique. Can you hear me, Henrique? Hello, Henrique. Can you hear me? No. Okay. So, Daniela, do you have anything that you remember that it was risky for you that you took?
So
Anyway?
yeah, it was a long time when I decided to take like a travel by myself, like Fernanda, but it was not driving. I just take a flight, but was in a different country, and I was a little afraid because I was alone, and I was oh my gosh, I don't have like friends to come with me because most of them, oh, I can. So, and I didn't give up the idea, so I just say okay, so I'm going to like by myself. And in the end was very cool because I thought, oh, I can do this. And it was nice because I practiced English in the trip, and also I knew some people when I was in this trip, and yeah, it was
Very
this.
good. Very good. Lucas, do you remember a situation that you took a risk? Lucas? No? Muted? Okay, Lucas and Henrique, you are muted. Okay, so we cannot hear you. All right? Okay.
Sorry,
Oh,
it's muted. I don't remember the risk in my life to tell everyone.
so do you think like learning English is risky?
Yes, yes. English was and yes challenge in my work in my life. I am rushed to learn and communication English.
Very good. Yeah, it sometimes learning something can be risky, not because you're learning, but mostly because you're not learning, you know? So if you're not learning that, maybe it's risky. And I have taken a lot of risks in my life, and I have been taking more and more. Nowadays, I'm really comfortable with risks. The only risk I don't take is like if anything can go wrong and I could die. If I could die on something, then I'm not gonna take that risk, you know? So I'm really avoiding that. So what are the decisions you have in life to take a risk? Because on the video, you see like we had two people, different people with different contexts and scenarios, and they were just like, oh, the guy decided to go out and then everything started to go wrong. So do you have, what are the decisions that you take in order to get the risk under control, or to, for example, Fernanda, she took a trip from like more than 1,000 kilometers by car. So what are the decisions involved on this?
When I did that trip, I checked my car if everything was okay. I tell everyone that I was going so they would know where I am. I shared my location, so I did some things to be prepared, and to, in case something went wrong, someone would know.
Very good. Very good. Henrique, no problem. Ok? You are more than welcome to be here. Não tem problema, tá, Henrique? Pode ficar aqui acompanhando. De repente, se tiver mais confortável, só levantar a mão ou avisar aqui. Ok? What about the others? Dalmo, do you have anything like...
As I remember one situation that I take some risk. I was finished the college, and I had to choose what specialty. I don't know how to say this word.
Specific?
Especialidade.
It's
Especialidade.
you could say specialty.
Specialty.
Yeah.
I had to choose what specialty I will follow, and then I studied, and I entered in a internship program. In Portuguese is residência.
Yeah.
And then I entered in the general surgery. I don't know if in English is this exact name. And I didn't like. I spent 2 weeks there, and I didn't like the people. I didn't like the hospital that I was in. And I realized that that wasn't what I want in my future, that type of work. And then I had to think if I will give up and wait 1 year to enter another internship program, or if I will stay in that program that I was. And then I took 1-2 weeks to think about, and I just realized that it will be better for me if I get out of that program and try another in a year, 1 year after. Everybody thought that I was crazy, that because it was so hard for me to get into that program. And everybody thought that I was crazy, that I will lose time, that I will lose money. But I had decided, because I was in that time with
not happy.
I knew what I wanted in that time. It wasn't be there. So for me, it was a decision that I was so comfortable with. But everybody wasn't comfortable with. But for me, it was okay. But it was okay only because I had thought too much about that before do the action. And so I think for me, it wasn't risk. It wasn't risk because I thought about it before. But for everybody, it was very risky what I was doing.
Yeah, you have just reminded me when I decided to quit my career as assistant analyst in the IT area. I have a degree in information system, and I decided, after almost 10 years working on that, I decided to quit to give English classes. And yeah, people, all of them, my parents, friends, and everybody, they told me that I was going nuts. To go nuts, it's like to go crazy, like informal way of saying that. So I went nuts, and here I am 5 years later, and now I'm not crazy anymore, so that's interesting. Anyone else, like Paula, Daniela, do you have, how do you decide to take an action or a step forward on something? that's risky?
I think preparation is the best thing. You need to prepare yourself, like to know the basics of your decision that you want to take. So I think preparation is the best way for you to know what the risk and the possibilities.
Very good.
Um,
And Paula?
yes, you said, Felipe, you said that if you think the risk is about to endanger your life, you usually don't take it, but anything else you would do. I think it's a good way to put it this way, because I think it's everything is it's changeable. Even if everything, not everything, like 90% of the decisions and risks are changeable. You can go and take the risk and like come here into this meeting and take the risk, and you don't like it, but you don't have to be here anymore if you don't like it too. So you can change this decision. But the way that I usually decide is when it's really hard to decide. I usually write the pros and cons of this decision. Like the last time I had I had an job opportunity, and I was really not sure if I was going to it would be best to go out or to quit or go to another company, and I had to write down. And yes, I prepared myself. I talked to people that would be on the other company that worked there, and yes, like do whatever you can to know a little bit more of the new decision.
I totally agree. It's exactly like that. When you get all this, these variables and this information and like pros and cons, and the preparation gets easier, not too risky. So you get the, like, maybe it's too risky, but then you have you control a couple of things, and then it gets less risky, right? Let me go to another question. Well, we are going in a different direction. I'm not going to really use the questions itself, but do you regret anything that you like, a challenge, a goal, an activity or job, or I don't know, anything in life that you thought, oh, it's too risky for me, so I'm not gonna take this. But right now, do you regret that somehow? Do you know regret? Yeah. So regret is, I forgot the translation. I don't know. It's
Arrependimento.
yes.
No, actually, I don't regret anything. I think my life is good. I'm privileged in many ways. And I think all the things that I did before led me to what I am today. So I don't regret anything at all. I've thought about it a lot. So I had this answer already.
Very good. Very good. Who else?
Like Paula, or
No, you can go.
so like Paula said, I share like the same opinion, like in my life. Even the risks that I had I have taken that was not good because in the end didn't work very well, but works like learning, you know. So even when doesn't work, we have some learn about it.
Anyone else?
Usually, I don't regret of the things of my choices, because if I could think about it a lot, I think there's no reason to regret, because I put in a balance what it's bad, what could be bad, what could be good. So if I take the risk and I get that result, I was expecting that it could be that way.
Very good. Anyone else wants to share something that you regret? This is the kind of therapy question, you know, where oh, I regret that and I regret this and that. It gets sometimes. Very good. Talking about career, like I know, like Dalmo was talking about that, and I told already. Is it too risky to, you know, to change careers or to start a new job, or, you know, this change of, you know, jobs or even career? Is it too risky? What do you think?
I think it depends on the situation or in the life of that person. I think for many people, it's too risky to change, because they must consider a lot of things that could happen. And I think it's difficult to have options. I think for most people, there isn't too many options to follow. There is one, and you must do the best that you can do with that option. It's not an option. It's the only way.
Very good.
But it's bad, because I think everybody should have a lot of option to choose the one that will suit better them.
Yeah. Do the girls agree? Or you don't? Paula?
I didn't hear all of what Donna said because my internet it's bad here. But yeah, I think I forgot the question. Sorry.
No, the question was about career and job, if you change your job or change careers, if it's too risky or not. And
Yes, like everything can be risky, like we said already. And yeah, there are ways that are more risky. There are riskier. There are more risky, and there are ways that you don't know much. But I already changed careers too in my life. I'm young, but I already changed, and it was risky, but it was the best way so I could be happy in what I do every day. So the risk not always is bad. They can be good. That's it. They can be risky, but they can be good.
very good. And Daniela, Fernanda, what do your girls think on this?
I think changing careers and other changes, né? I think changes are scary, but we don't. The risk is everything is like everyone said. everything could be a risk. So sometimes there are more risks, sometimes there are less risk. But if you're not happy with something, you shouldn't be in a position that makes you unhappy always. So thinking like that, you should make that change despite of the risks. So that's it.
Very good. And Daniela, do you have anything to add to this?
Yeah, I think most of the time is risky, but as I mentioned before, if you start like prepare yourself and to guide your decision, you are more comfortable, and also you'll be happier, you know.
Very good. So I'm gonna go with Dalmo. I think it's when we talk about jobs or career, it depends on a lot of things, and especially how are you dealing with your current way of living or your current job, your mental health. So sometimes people are gonna think it's risky to change or quit or go to another, getting a job abroad or changing your current job to earn less sometimes. But they don't get the whole context. They don't have the full information you have, right? So it's really hard to decide if it's risky or not based on other opinions, right? And my last question before we get people back is, what would you never risk in your life? Like, this is something I really don't risk, or I would never take this at stake. And do you have anything?
I think it's my life. It's the only thing that I don't risk. And my life and my parents' life.
So let's forget about lives. Okay, let's imagine that we are not going to risk our lives. What else can we bring?
I think the risks are related to principles, like risks that are going to involve your moral, your principles. So this is something that I wouldn't take the risk, to lose my personality or the things that I believe.
That's a good one. I like it. Yeah.
Yes, I think I would just copy Daniela's answer because it was really I related to that. But if I could say another one, it would be my savings. Like I wouldn't risk it in gambling, like something like that. Maybe in an investment, but I would think a lot about it.
Very good. Anyone else, just before people get back?
Yeah, I wouldn't do something that could be a financial risk also. I would have to really think about it.
Very good one. Well, we have people back. It was really fast, this one, right? Really, really fast. So we have Agatha, Cynthia, Loris, Samia, people are coming back well. Very good. I know maybe one person has just left from the groups. Well, we're still having other people coming. So we actually, in the main room, we didn't follow the questions we had here. I'm sorry about that, but that's something I'm gonna try to, at least on my during my meetings, I'm gonna try to bring other questions throughout the process, so different ones. And let me get to Vanda. It's been a while we don't talk during TNT meetings. Vanda, tell me the highlights of your conversation, and if you're a risk taker or not. Can you tell me a little?
Yeah, Felipe, I think if you are alive, you are risking yourself. Life is risk. You was born, you get a risk. And all the time you get risks. And if you don't want to get risks, you get in your house, boring, depressive. It's a risk. TNT is a great risk for you.
Yeah, exactly. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And you, Cynthia, are you? Yeah, oh my God, now it's risky. Yeah, please unmute yourself. How was the conversation for you? You're muted.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now it's okay.
It's very good because this theme is important, and because my history and the other history, the class, na sala.
Yeah.
And I feel, how can I say, trocamos idea.
We changed ideas.
Yes. This theme is very cool and important for me because the other people have a history, and for me it's special. I believe in dreams. I believe in success, and take risk and make faz parte.
Yeah, it's okay. Part of life.
Okay.
Part of life. Very good. Very good. Congrats. And Heitor, and you, how was the conversation for you? Did you enjoy? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I really enjoyed. It was fantastic. Learning with my friends, and for me, as Wanda said, the simple fact of living is a risk. So everybody are at risk of something. We aren't ET, extraterrestrial. So, but it depends of the type of risk that the people. Let me see. We discussed about some pragmatic examples, for example, related to the money, cause money is so important for us to have a comfortable life. We discussed about the process of immigration. Let me see. The attempt to get some new jobs. So a kind of risk example related to our real life, concrete situations. So I really enjoyed and learning with everybody in the room.
Very good. Really good. And Thais, your first time here, what do you think about this place to practice English?
I think it's nice because break boundaries when we are in a free chat and subjects will popping out of the blue. Sometimes we feel a little bit challenged because we are using a vocabulary that we are not too used to use, like we are not frequently using this vocabulary, But in this case, you have really to digging up in your brain to search the words. So it's interesting in this perspective because you are working the capability of using your vocabulary, and this is awesome. So I really like this format of meeting. I think it's a great opportunity to improve the speaking, improve the English, and improve our vocabulary as well. So I like it.
Very good. And I do that by the end of the meetings just to hear from you. How was it? If you enjoyed? And just the last person, anyone wants to share your thoughts on this conversation?
Can I ask one question to the others, actually?
Yeah.
Because we were in the room and just Agatha and me were risk taker. Aila and Ricardo are not, but I asked them to, if when they got into TNT Aprendi, if they were not thinking it was a risky, being here, speaking in English, you have no idea how it works. If it's really for free,
Yeah.
how it's going to be.
Anyone to answer this one? Were you thinking about the risks of being in a digital environment with strange and sometimes weird people that you have no idea who are they? Have you ever thought before getting into TNT?
Yeah, actually was the thing that I said in our talk, that it was my last risk I took. Yeah, so, but I think there are big risks and medium risks and everything. You always are balancing in your head. For me, it was like a medium risk because I was like, oh my God, I have to speak in English to others. But in the end, it was really good. Including, I was in Thursday with Wellington in the chat, in the meeting.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. So people, we are in the end of the meeting. I want to thank you all for coming. Just to let you know, we've made some changes on the website. You can still access everything, but in case you have favorited any of the links, they might be broken now, okay? So get back to eaprendi.com, check all the links again. You're gonna see there are some few changes. We have our WhatsApp group. We're gonna keep this talking in there. And by the way, in the WhatsApp group, we are offering some classes. And this week, I'm gonna bring 4 classes from our courses and our academy training, language practice. And it's going to be for free in the WhatsApp group. In case you want to be part of the WhatsApp group, we have a link where you can just subscribe. And this WhatsApp, it's what help us to grow and bring more TNTs and bring more people and still keep this running, okay? Oh, and the feedback, yeah, that's important. There's a link just to, if you are shy enough to bring a feedback in here, you can just go to bit.ly/feedbacktnt and just give me a feedback, honest feedback, if you like it or not, and what topic you want us to bring, and you're more than welcome. And I read all of them. And I think Luciano wants to bring something. Yeah.
Well, it's the second time I participate of the meeting. It's so good for improving my English. And well, the next time, during the week, it's too hard to participate because sometimes it is at the work time and I work myself, and sometimes I can stop to work at 6, sometimes 7, and during the week it's too difficult for me. But next week I'll try to participate after the time around the 7, 8. It's so good. Before 6, before 7, it's too hard for me.
Very good. Yeah, we have meetings starting at 8. We have meditation for free on Monday and Thursday. 30 minutes meditation for free. We have English meetings starting at 9 and going up to 11 p.m. So we have more than 120 per month. Okay, so
yeah, I know
you guys are just leaving now, so thank you so much for your time, your patience, and I hope to see you back next Sunday, same time, same place, or in the WhatsApp group. We're gonna be there. All right, see you